Hello and welcome. Hopefully, welcome back. I'm kind of just sitting along part of my favourite location as such. I hit the same walk every single day. It's kind of anywhere from 10 to 15,000 steps. And if I don't hit 10k in a day, like bare minimum, it's a terrible day. But even 10k like steps feels minimal because some days I've hit sort of 25k. I think the most I ever hit was 41,000. That was a long walk. I am going to keep looking left and right, so excuse me. I just don't really want people to come walking down here while I'm talking. Either ways, I'm kind of here just for I know I done a life update yesterday. Filmed 2 days ago, though. But I don't know, I just kind of want to talk. I suppose I don't really have anyone to be so open with anymore, so I'll just talk to you guys. I'm talking to my phone right now, which is leaning against my shoe. But either ways, I have a job starting tomorrow, which is great because, yeah, it's got to ring. Could you start tomorrow? Fantastic. I'm not complaining, but I was hoping for another day off or whatever. But either ways, I'll be a kitchen assistant yet again, which, at least I know roughly what I'll be doing, which is better than nothing. And obviously, you ask God for confidence, he'll give you a situation where you have to go through anxiety, which is great because I pretend I don't have it. I do. Sometimes it's not like 24/7. It doesn't fucking control me every single day, but sometimes. There was a pig laying just behind me yesterday and the horses. I don't know where they're gone. All the cows, now I think about it, they've just disappeared, upped and left. I'll probably see them when I head round that way or not. Either ways, my cousin is in Scotland right now. I'm not going to act like I'm not jealous because I fucking am, and the views look beautiful. But either ways, I want to do a vlog running over that way where him and me allegedly have been a couple times. I don't know when I'm going to do that. I have to do it shortly. Either ways, I've written out my kind of fucking work schedule and shit, so I know when I'm working and when I'm not. Hopefully this Saturday I'm going to go to Lynn and get the White Album Super Deluxe Edition. Same with Let It Be, and then I'm probably going to go try and find All Things Must Pass and then some of John Lennon's albums. I'll probably only get if they've got Milk and Honey, I'll get that. If they have Double Fantasy, I'll get that. If they got the stripped down version, I'll get that. And if they have John Lennon's Plastic Ono Band, his first solo album as such, I'll get that. I won't get all of them, I ain't got fucking money for that. But either ways, I'm not going to act like life is terrible. HMRC owe me £223, so thumbs up. I will not complain there. And then I'll be making money for my job, and hopefully I'm planning to get my CVT license for like a motorbike very, very soon. Like as soon as I get my first payment on the 5th, even though it'll only be like a week's worth, half a week, a week and a half, or whatever it'll be, I'm going to go up there and get that. Then I'm going to save up for a motorbike within the next couple of months, because realistically that and the gear isn't going to take more than sort of 3 months' wages. And I'll make money otherwise, Vinted or whatever. And then I'll be doing my driving lessons, and I'm hoping to have at least sort of 2 months worth of driving lessons by the end of this year, so I can go into next year, get my license, and then have saved up enough money for a car. And hopefully I'll be on a better path. I need to be locking in and actually going to the gym. I am hitting like a lot of push-ups now, which is great, it's better than absolutely nothing. And I remember when I struggled to do 1, I can now hit sort of 20 quite fast, 30 slower, which is fucking amazing compared to the days when I was sort of like 17, 18. I couldn't hit 1. So we're not really getting anywhere sort of like muscle wise, but I won't even bother. Fuck it, there's like nothing there. But either ways, we'll get there, we're locking in. And I have been reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I know it's always an overrated book. It's not. If you haven't read it, it's fucking 230 odd pages. Read it. You could bang that out in a few nights. It's weird. I can read like 40-50 pages at once, or I can read a page over about 3 days. Weird. But I need to start filming more content too, like this. And that's what most of my content has been lately, me telling myself what I need to do. I also need to actually record some music, because I've written like quite a few songs lately, like in the last couple months, maybe 100. But there's 2 I actually recorded some sort of demos of as such, just vocals only. I haven't got a beat for them yet. I like to write and then find the beat. I know it's the weird way around, but it helps me come up with better lyrics because I'm not having to sort of base them around a beat. But I'm going to have to actually record a couple of them properly. I'm going to find beats or maybe create them, I don't know. Even just simple ones, because I want to put something out there, even if it's just something simple, because reading the lyrics back, kind of like kind of hurts, but if it does, then, you know, you actually wrote something meaningful and not just a load of fucking rhymes. But yeah, I kind of like, every now and then when I'm just walking, usually on this walk, so probably later, like a couple bars would just come to my head. Not bars, I'm not rapping, but a couple lines, and then I kind of just like rhyme off of those rhymes. For like my verses, I like 8 bars, and I like to go A B, you know, that sort of rhyme scheme. I used to do that on paper. I'd write down like A, B, X, or whatever, you know, which means, you know, something that ain't gonna rhyme with anything else, like the end word. And then I'd kind of just write to that, which I have been doing kind of lately, but mostly not. I like to write my notes out more than anything, because I can really quickly delete, really quickly type. If I think of a new word, I'd have to scribble it out or whatever, and then I write it on paper after, because I love it being on paper, but it's easier to write it on a notes app, which is odd. Yeah, I'm starting work on the 2 hottest days of the year, 28 degrees and then 31 degrees, and I'm going to be in all black, and I haven't got actual black trousers, they're like joggers, so rest in peace, mate. But either ways, you know, I'll then appreciate the next days more, and I'm sure the job will give me some kind of fucking purpose or meaning in my life, because right now I don't really have any. Not like in a fucking nihilistic, morbid way, but I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I really need to be locking in, because I don't know. If I don't, then what? I'll just remain as I am, you know, not unemployed anymore. Great, but I still ain't got a driving license or a motorbike, and I'm not jacked, and I haven't got, you know, I'm not fucking eating healthy. Every time I go to a shop, I'm like, all right, I'll lock in, I'll buy this, that, and the other, and then I just don't, which is not good. When I got a fucking headache because I barely drink water. To be fair, I did have a fair bit today, and coconut water. I finally like it. It's great. It's an acquired taste. Usually, the first time you drink it, it'll taste like fucking sucking water for a marathon round sock. But yeah, and then it gets very good, because the potassium, you need more potassium than sodium, and if you're eating like ultra processed foods, you have a lot of sodium. You need sodium, but not that much. Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of peaceful out. Sun's going down, but it's annoying because I've been awake since like only like, I think like 1 p.m. My sleep schedule's been absolutely fucking fucked, but that's the good thing about, you know, having the job. It will have to be fixed, which is good. And they've given me a lot of shifts, a lot more than, you know, they said they would, which is good, because I need the money right now, so I will not complain there in the slightest. And obviously the money from HMRC is just fantastic. I love when I pay too much tax. It happened before, 2 jobs ago, and they gave me $200 and something odd as well, so here's what it is. It's just extra money for me in it, and at the end of the day, I don't really know, it's kind of meaningless. Money's made to be spent, but then, you know, then you have no money. But if you keep it, it's worth less each year. Everything is so fucking meaningless, and there's not really any point to life. As Karl Marx said, religion is the opium of the masses. But without it, what the fuck can I rely on? I'm not going to lie to myself and say I believe something I don't. But at the same time, it feels fucking empty not doing so. And us humans are the biggest hypocrites. Well, as far as I know. I don't really talk dolphin or fucking rodent, so maybe they are. I don't know. Either way, my eyes are fucking burning, and I want to kind of get on my walk now. Sometimes you just need to vent to a camera, and I'm going to bust this on YouTube for no one other than me. But my cousin Tommy will probably watch this, so hello. The only person who keeps it real and actually watches my videos. Most people don't. Either ways, it's been an interesting year so far. Came into it unemployed, as I say, heavily unemployed. Then I was a pig stocksman. Got dropped from there, fantastic. Then I was unemployed, but like, that's alright, because I paid a couple months' bills, so everything was fine. Then I got a girlfriend, and fuck me, May was the best month of my life. I don't think I'll ever top it. I might top myself. And it's kind of annoying though. Let's quickly just peel back on that one a little bit. It's like, it doesn't matter how far I get in life. I see myself sort of in a year. Let's say I've got a missus, I've got a car, I'm slightly more jacked and whatever. I know every now and then I'll still think of them, and like, it's just like, that pain will always be there, which is not great. It's kind of like Cam Kirkham. If you've ever watched him, if you haven't, go subscribe to the guy. I love him. He was talking, I think it was one of the latest videos on his React channel. He was speaking about some situation where, you know, when he was with his ex like years and years ago in like high school or college or something, and he said he saw her kissing some other guy and blah blah blah, and he was getting worked up about it in the video. And then he was like, why the fuck am I, you know, I thought I was over this or whatever. You never will be, which is a shame. But I suppose that is life. But it's just annoying because I know how far I can get, and you know, I know my potential is absolutely fucking endless. But at the end of the day, you'll still wish, you know, you'd give up all of it for them. Is what I'm trying to get at, which is a shame. But yeah, so then she left me, and then I was unemployed again. I was the whole time. What am I saying? But you know, I mean, like we met. You know, I was unemployed with money because we went many places, which was fantastic. And now I'm going to be employed, and I thought, yes, as soon as I get a job, you know, everything will be slightly better because then I can get, you know, I can go to the gym, I can get a motorbike, I can get a car. I feel no fucking different, and I know when I get actually working there, and you know, I'm gonna feel no fucking different. I don't know why I ever fucking gaslight myself into thinking I will. The only thing I've held hope for is if I get a G-Wagon, I feel different. I finally feel that I won't. I know I won't. Humans, there's a fucking word for it. I was learning about it on ChatGPT the other day. There's a word for it, and it's something about, you know, how quick a human would just be like, yep, okay, now this is the norm. Don't care, you know, about it anymore. Which is annoying because I thought the same with a girlfriend. I thought, yeah, finally my life will be fulfilled. Empty. Still empty. I'll let you know if I find the meaning of life. I won't. Well, I'll let you know, but I won't find it, so I won't let you know in time. So either way, thank you for listening if you've listened. If not, I'll probably listen to this back at some point in the future. If so, hopefully you found the meaning of life. Please like and subscribe and all of that shit, or don't. It's kind of pointless. I always think, you know, what if my channel just gets deleted, then I've just wasted loads of time, so I don't know. But don't think I'm like fucking depressed. Everything's chilling. It's just could be chilling harder.